Is it for you? What about the other? Same problem with my.
Yes, teacher, same problem. I only got out a few words from you.
Teacher, I can't hear you. If you're saying anything.
Miss, I can't see your screen nor hear you.
Hello. The teacher is in the meeting.
No, teacher's not in the meeting.
Yes, yes, yes.
And there's no other meeting started.
Can you hear me?
Yes, miss. Yes, teacher, I can hear you.
Properly or not?
Yes, teacher.
Miss properly.
Okay, you can hear me properly. Okay, should take it off. Okay, I am using the speaker of my laptop. Okay, so you have to speak loudly. Okay, if you have any question. I'm sharing the screen. So let me know when you will see it. When you see it. In 8
Teacher, I can see it.
Miss, you can see.
Okay, good. Okay, I'm making it big, okay? Open your book, chapter 5.
Miss, I have all
Which
books,
page
so
number
I don't know.
is it?
I'm in Pakistan, so I don't have the book.
You all must be having the book. So please
Teacher,
open.
I'm also in Pakistan. I don't have the book. I'm in Pakistan. I don't have the book.
Okay, so I will show you the picture or a picture of the book also. Don't worry. Okay, page 76, chapter 5, ionic compounds. Okay, so we studied the previous chapters in the basic chapters in grade 6 about the atoms, elements, periodic table, all the stuff we studied, the introduction. Okay, the basic introduction. Now we will study the bonding in them. Okay, for the bonding, we studied like in the last chapter, if you remember, in water chapter, we studied that water elements, hydrogen and oxygen, they are combined by covalent bond. Do you remember?
Yeah.
The girls who are online, please answer me.
Yes, miss.
Do you remember the covalent bond?
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, good. Okay, so there are actually 3 types of bondings. Okay, so let's discuss. This is the first type of bonding, which is ionic bonding. Okay, it is known as ionic bonding. Okay, so first let me give you the introduction about bonding, that what is a bond. Okay, so a chemical bond on page 76, chapter 5. Okay, now bonding is that we studied in grade 6 about the periodic table, that elements of group 1, group 2, they are metals. What is group 1 called? The elements of group 1. What are they? Alkali metals. Group 2. Speaker.
Alkali metals.
Alkaline earth metals. Okay, alkaline earth metals. Then we have a middle block. What is this middle block called?
Transition metals.
Transition metals.
Very good. They are known as transition metals. Okay. Then we have some groups without name, like group 3, 4, 5, 6. They don't have any specific name. Then we have group 7, which is known as halogens. Okay. And then we have group 8.
Noble gases.
Yeah, noble gases. Good. Noble gases. Okay, so this is the periodic table, the structure of the skeleton of the periodic table. The noble gases, they are known as stable gases also because their configuration is stable. Okay, their outermost shells are there, all the shells are complete. Okay, like we have neon. Neon has 2 electrons, and we know that first shell contains how many electrons? First shell contains maximum. First shell?
2.
2. First shell contains 2 electrons. Second shell?
8.
4, 8.
Very good. These are the maximum numbers. Okay, the stable numbers. So the first shell contains 2 electrons, second shell contains 8 electrons, and the third shell also contains 8 electrons. Okay, so if any element has this configuration, okay, like 2 electrons in the first shell, in second and third shell 8 electrons. So if any element has this configuration, it is considered complete and stable. Okay, and this stable configuration is of noble gases. All the noble gases are complete: neon, helium, neon, argon, then we have krypton, xenon, and radon. Okay, all of these noble gases, they have stable configuration. Apart from noble gases, rest of the elements are unstable. Their outermost shells are not complete. Okay, so their shells are not complete. Girls, are you getting it?
Yes, miss.
Yes.
Yeah, good. So the rest of the elements, they have incomplete shells, and they all want to be like noble gases. They all want to complete their shells. That is why they form bonds. Okay, bond is the word which is actually used for a relation, for friendship. Okay, so the elements, they form relation with each other, they form friendship with each other to complete their shells. Okay, to complete the number of electrons, to be like noble gases. So this is what written on this page. Okay, in this paragraph, this section explains the properties of materials. To understand the ideas, you need to know about the structure of atoms, which we already know. Okay, which we studied in chapter 3 about the electronic configuration, arrangement of the electrons in shells and everything. Okay, the complete configurations and all. Okay, and in this one, in this paragraph, it's written the noble gases are complete. So on the right side, we have a column with complete, which shows no reaction at all, and we know that that group is noble gas. Okay, group 8. They have very stable arrangement of electrons. Other atoms would also become more stable if they achieve the same electronic structure of a noble gas. Okay, as I told you that other elements or other atoms, they are unstable and they all want to complete their shells. They all want complete configuration, means they all want to be like noble gases. Okay, so that's why they form bonds. Okay, now in chemical bonding, there are 3 types in which they can bond. Okay, they can form bonds. Bond means they want to complete their shells. So they can complete their shells in 3 ways. Okay, the first way is they can transfer the electrons. Okay, they can transfer the electron from one atom to the other. Number 2, they can share the electrons. Okay, like in covalent bonding we studied for water that they share the electrons. Okay, so number 1, they can transfer the electrons. Number 2, they can share the electrons. And number 3, they can simply lose their electrons. Okay, I'm starting loss of electrons. So they can just simply lose their electrons. So the electrons which are lost, they just roam around the structure. They move around the structure. Okay, so they are not transferred to any other atom. They are just moving, okay, in the environment. So these are 3 types which we are going to study. So the first type is the transfer of electrons. It is known as ionic bond. Okay, which is chapter 5. Okay, this one. Then number 2, second type of bond is known as covalent bond, which is our chapter 6. Okay, and the third one is metallic bond. Okay, I'm writing, where should I write? Metallic, METALLIC, metallic bond. Okay, and this is our chapter 7. Chapter 7. Okay, so this is the distribution of bonds. 3 types of bonds. So first we will study the ionic bonding in which the transfer of electrons happens. Okay, transfer of electrons from one element to the other. Did you all get it till here, girls?
Yes. Yes, miss.
Okay, so I'm changing the slide.
Teacher, can you move back on that slide again, please? Just for a second.
Okay.
Okay, thank you, teacher.
Teacher, can you share this presentation?
Yeah, I will share, definitely. I'll share all the slides.
Okay, thank you, teacher.
I'm done, teacher. Thank you.
Okay. Now, ionic bonding is, as I told you, wake up, what's her name? Ariba. Habiba. Habiba. That's why I'm saying write something, okay? Like she's writing. Move your hand, okay? So you will not feel sleepy. Just write, okay? Take out paper, pencil, sticky note, anything to write on it. Okay, so ionic bonding happens by the transfer of electrons. Okay, now for example, one element, let's take for example lithium. Okay, from the periodic table which is present at the back of your book, from the periodic table we can see its atomic number. Okay, lithium's atomic number is 3. It means that there are 3 electrons in lithium atom. Okay, 3 electrons. So 2 electrons will be in the first shell and 1 electron in the second shell. Okay, second shell. 2 and 1. Okay, so this 1 electron, as you can see, it's extra 1 electron. Okay, so what lithium will do, if lithium loses this 1 electron, then it will become 2, which is stable. With a stable configuration, because we know that first shell contains 2 electrons maximum. If it contains 2 electrons, then it's stable. Okay, so first shell contains 2 electrons. Second shell 8 is complete, and the third shell, if the third shell also contains 8 electrons, then it's complete. Okay, so if lithium loses this 1 electron, then it becomes 2, which is complete. And so if lithium loses that electron, so there must be any other element which takes that electron. Okay, so for example, we have fluorine. Okay, fluorine comes, we are doing a reaction of lithium and fluorine. Okay, so fluorine atomic number is 9, so it has 9 electrons. Okay, yeah, so what will be its configuration?
It's gonna be
Teacher, fluorine is going to lose one of its electron and then give that electron to lithium.
and 7.
Lithium will lose 1 electron. But tell me, what is the configuration?
It's gonna be like 2, 7.
2 and
2, 7.
very good. 2 and 7. Total 9 electrons. So 2 in the first shell and 7 in the second shell. Okay. Now lithium will give its 1 electron to
fluorine to make it 10.
Yeah. So lithium will become 2, which is stable, and lithium will become 2, 8, which is also stable. Complete. Okay. So when lithium loses 1 electron, it gets positive charge. Okay, any element, any atom which loses the electron, it becomes positive. Okay, and the element which takes the electron, it becomes negative. Okay, so you can write here that electron acceptor, sorry, this is donor. This donor, the electron donor which donates the electron, it becomes positive, plus charge, and the element or atom which accepts the proton, which accepts the electron, acceptor, it is negative. It gains a negative charge. Okay. So on its configuration also it becomes positive. 2 square brackets positive. That's how we will write. Okay. And 2, 8 square brackets negative. Its configuration will become like this. There's no charging socket, right? Okay, so charging is low. How much time is left? Yeah, just check. Because how much time is left in the class? My mobile laptop.
I don't.
It's
11.
5:25.
5 minutes almost.
The class ends at 10.
Yeah.
5 minutes are left.
Okay. Okay. Yes. Okay. So positive and negative. Now, unlike charges, what happened to unlike charges? They attract each other or repel?
They repel.
Positive and negative.
They repel. Repel.
Positive. Unlike charges, beta. Not same. Different charge. Opposite charges.
Oh, okay.
They attract. Okay, like magnets in physics, maybe you have studied this, that unlike charges, positive and negative, they attract each other. Okay, so positive forms, lithium positive and fluorine negative form, they will attract each other and they will form lithium fluoride. That's how lithium fluoride will form. Lithium fluoride. Lithium fluoride and ionic compound is formed. Okay, a compound. So we studied compounds in grade 6. Okay, magnesium chloride, sodium chloride, lithium fluoride. So this is how it forms, lithium fluoride. Okay.
Yes.
The example in your book is of sodium chloride. On the same page, since page 76, you can see this diagram. Okay, and it's written the definition that the ionic bond is formed between metals and non-metals. So remember this thing, that ionic bond is always formed between metals and non-metals. Okay, like we studied the example of lithium fluoride. So lithium is a metal and fluorine is a non-metal. Okay, lithium is present in group 1 and fluorine is present in group 7. Similarly, there is an example of sodium chloride. So sodium is a metal and chlorine is a non-metal in halogens. Any question, girls?
No. Ionic bonds be can ionic bonds form when there is not a metal and non-metal? Like if both of them are metal, can an ionic bond happen?
No, then there will be other bond. Then there will be covalent bond or metallic bond.
Oh, okay, miss.
Okay, the other bond. So ionic bond, if there is ionic bond, that is always present between metal and non-metal. Okay. Now, sodium chloride example is given in your book. Okay. Sodium, it has 11 electrons. So what will be its configuration?
281. 281.
1. 281. Okay, you can count. 281. Very good. And for chlorine, 17 electrons. Try.
287.
287. Teachers would be 2. Then 7.
Okay, total 17, 287. So which one will give electron to which one?
Miss, Na will give 1 electron to Cl. He will give 1 electron to Cl.
Here, see the configuration.
So that could get like,
yeah, sodium has 1 extra
and then
electron.
that will be 2.
Okay, sometimes it happens that any element has 2 extra electrons, so it will give those 2 extra electrons to the other one. Okay, yeah, but here sodium, it wants to give 1 electron and chlorine wants only 1 electron to get completed. Okay, so sodium will give its 1 electron to chlorine. What will be the configuration of
Then-
sodium?
2, 8.
It will be 2, 8. Very good. Square brackets. And positive charge will come on it or negative?
Positive.
Positive.
Yeah, it gave the electron, so positive. Good. Okay, and tell me about chlorine.
It'll become 2,
It
8, 8.
version will be 288 and it will be negatively charged.
Very good. Okay, so sodium positive, chlorine negative. They will attract each other and it will form sodium chloride molecule, which you eat daily. Table salt.
Yes, miss.
Okay, that's how sodium chloride will form, and sodium chloride is an ionic compound. Okay, because it is having ionic bonding, so it is ionic compound. Okay, sodium is a metal and chlorine is a non-metal. So in the next class, inshallah, we will see that how to draw this diagram. Okay, the diagram which is here, you can see the shells diagram. Okay, there is a dot and cross diagram also of ionic bonding, okay, which is really important. So it can come in exams to draw dot and cross diagram for ionic bonding. Okay, so we will see that how to draw the diagram. This is only the explanation, the thing that I explained you, that what actually happens to the electrons, how they get transferred. Okay, then you can see here. Where is it? We will study. Yeah. See this one, girls, on page 78, the diagram which is in yellow, this type of diagram is known as dot and cross diagram. So we will, in the next class, inshallah, we'll study that how to draw this dot and cross diagram. Okay, so for the simple structures also, which we just studied today, so for simple structures and for complicated structures also, we will study dot and cross.
Yes, miss.
Okay.
Almost up, right? Okay. Yeah, tell me in the end if you have any question, girls.
No, miss.
No.
No? Okay, so your teacher is outside? Yes, teacher. Okay, let's end the class. Okay, inshallah, I'll see you tomorrow.
Okay, Allah Hafiz, teacher.
Hafiz, bye-bye. Hope you have enjoyed the class.
Have a nice day.
Can you please turn it off, beta? The power button. On the power button. Just press it 2 times. Yeah, one more time. Yeah, thank you. बाकी मैं साइड पे रखती हूँ, मैं भी ले जाती हूँ ना थोड़े थोड़े करके. अब नेक्स्ट फ्री है मेरी, मैं आराम से ले जाती हूँ. आप स्टार्ट कर दें लेक्चर. या आपने कनेक्ट करना है? हाँ जी, कनेक्ट करना है आपने? नहीं मैं